Why are Indian roads always dug up? I'm not even exaggerating. 80% of my daily commute in Bengaluru is a bumpy ride through dug up roads. And just when I thought this was a Bengaluru thing, I landed in Mumbai earlier this month. And guess what? Same story. Potholes, barricades, and half finished construction everywhere. And it's not just the case of Mumbai or Bengaluru. This is the story across India. People tell me that roads are being dug up overnight with no warning and they just stay that way for weeks, sometimes even months. But why does this keep happening? Who is responsible, and is it just bad planning or is it by design? That's exactly what we're going to break down in this episode of FinShots TV. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's take it from the top. Like I've already said, roads across India are dug up without any due notice. Let me give you some examples. In Panji, 90% of the roads that were resurfaced with asphalt in 2023 developed potholes within just 6 months. In Ahmedabad's Maninagar, roads were dug up 7 times in a year and they eventually developed sinkholes during the monsoon season. Roads are frequently dug up across Bengaluru, Mumbai, Chennai, Patna, Visakhapatnam, across all of India. That too without any notice. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. You can hear all these stories across Indian cities. And this chaos is sort of happening because of archaic laws and fragmentation of institutions. Let me explain. Talking about the policy side of things, the Indian Telegraph Act of 1885 allows utility companies to dig up roads and lay cables without any oversight. No permits, no penalties, no coordination required. This law, which was made for telegraph lines in the colonial India, is still applicable in 2025. Just some time ago, Bengaluru's outer ring road had been resurfaced with a fresh coat of asphalt. But then, weeks later, it was dug up by telecom providers to install 5G cables. And cases like this take place across the country. So if you ask someone who owns the road, what do you think they would say? Is it the city municipal corporation? Is it the state PWD, the local water supply board, the telecom operator, the traffic police? Turns out, all of them. So basically, none of them. A 2022 report on Bengaluru found that road ownership is divided across more than 10 different agencies. BBMP, BWSSB, BESCOM, BMTC, BMRCL, and the list goes on. There's no single entity accountable for the road from end to end, from foundation to footpath to fiber optic lines. So even if a road is freshly laid by BBMP, BESCOM might come next week to dig it for a transformer upgrade. And when the gas utility company shows up a month later, they'll rip open the road once again. In many cases, agencies don't even inform each other. Why? Because there's no law requiring them to do this. Everyone digs, no one cares to coordinate. Something similar happened in Ahmedabad, where AMC handles maintenance of surface roads. Torrent Power manages electric lines and Gujarat Gas Limited handles the gas pipeline. In 2024, Torrent Power excavated 14 kilometers of road to lay high voltage cables without informing AMC. Even though the municipal bylaws exist, they have no enforcement teeth. And the constant digging and fixing is really terrible for our roads. Every time a road is excavated and patched up, its load-bearing capacity drops. The Central Road Research Institute found that roads dug 3 or more times lose 62% of their strength, especially when trenches are backfilled using traditional cut and cover methods. That's what happened in Maninagar, where repeated water pipeline repairs led to a full-blown collapse. So first, there is the case of uncoordinated digging. This is legal due to archaic laws. But that's not the only reason why our country is dug up all the time. There is also the case of poor quality of roads that are made in India to cut costs. You see, most road contracts in India are awarded through lowest cost bidding. This incentivizes contractors to cut corners with cheap materials and minimal quality checks. In Panji, contractors used adulterated bitumen in 2023 to save costs, and the result was massive potholes across the city within just 6 months. This led to another round of repairs at taxpayers' expenses. In Ahmedabad, a road contract awarded at 22% below estimated cost led to roads that had to be re-excavated within just 8 months. Even large-scale projects are vulnerable. Remember the Mumbai coastal road? Even though it included utility tunnels to prevent digging, 11 kilometers were dug up in 2025 due to unplanned drainage work, a failure of design, not budget. That was the second reason. Coming to the third reason. Once a road is inaugurated, there is no financial incentive to maintain it. More often than not, the center pays for construction, but states bear maintenance costs. This creates a massive incentive problem. States and contractors focus on building new roads, which gets them more political mileage and central funding, but they neglect maintenance, which has no media coverage and comes out of their own pockets. A CAG audit of Rajasthan found that nearly 70% of roads had to be re-excavated within just 2 years because contractors used inferior base layers and skipped compaction to cut costs. And all of these issues are not just planning or a policy failure, it's a public health, climate and economic crisis. In Ahmedabad's Dani Limda zone, PM 2.5 levels near excavation sites were found to be 3.6 times more than the safe limits, directly linked to the rising asthma and respiratory illnesses. In Bengaluru, the DULT report found that repeated digging near stormwater drains actually led to sinkholes during monsoons, where water seeped through unstable foundations, collapsing entire road segments. The Mumbai metropolitan region reportedly loses 7,800 crore rupees every year in productivity due to road-related congestion. That's nearly as much as the entire MCGM budget for infrastructure. Clearly, India does not lack money or ambition. Seems like we lack coordination and accountability. People need to be held accountable for whatever they're doing. States like Tamil Nadu have tried doing this. Contractors are paid based on road condition scores over 5 years and it seems like it's working out for them. In Odisha, a fuel cess-backed road maintenance fund helped reduce the average repair time from 18 months to 45 days. Do you think the government needs to seriously look into urban infrastructure and make sure the whole of Indian roads are not dug up? Let us know in the comments. See you on the other side.